2019, I was lucky enough to draw a tag for Southeast Alaska black bear on Prince of Wales Island. I drew this tag with good friend Brian Lysak. Brian and I have known each other since we were 6 years old. For this hunt, we are going up to stay with my good friend Brant Dickinson. We have a lot of good fishing and hunting memories together. So this was the first time that the three of us, all good friends, had been able to hunt together in quite a few years. And this is how it unfolded.
Yes.
What are we here for?
Turkeys. I'm gonna go hunt some turkeys. Black bear. That's a pretty good interview right there.
Little black bears.
Little ones.
Yeah. Hey guys, what's the key to road hunting?
The key to a good road hunter
Let's get him in the headlights.
looking for the tracks on the road before you see the bear. You don't want to see the bear in the road, you want to see his tracks. And then you stop and you walk down the road quietly, not to make any noise, and call.
And then what?
Then shoot him, right?
And then, since it's not legal to shoot on the road,
Step off the road
and hopefully
and shoot down the
he
road.
runs up the ditch at you.
A lot of times when we're prospecting, we're looking for bears, looking for sign. We'll cover an area, walk through, kind of work to see what we can find, and then we'll kind of step back to a place where, you know, we have a little bit of a vantage point, or we can hear, or we have high ground, and we'll call. We'll use a predator call. It doesn't have to be anything perfect or specific, but you know, we're mimicking their main prey this time of year, which would be deer fawns, Sitka black-tailed deer fawns. And those fawns are real squealy, and a bear will come running from a long ways away. And so you'll hear them busting through the woods. And so we'll do this to locate big bears. And I've found that even if you do locate a bear this way, you end up not getting a shot, you can still come back to that area and hunt them again. And that's what we were doing here. Because in this spot, we found some sign, a couple different bears would walk through. There was also a bed from a medium-sized bear, so that means that bear had been there for a while, felt safe, there was good food, but something had pushed it out of there. There's a reason why it had left. There's probably a larger bear in the area, so this is probably a good spot to come back to, which in past history I know it is, so we're definitely going to work this area later.
Also still with plans? The plan is...
Well, this is day one.
Day one.
I mean, essentially, yesterday was
day one. Yesterday's false alarm trial. Back injured, still hurt.
Yeah, this is day one.
How's your back feeling?
Brian's really hurting. He's got 4.5 bottles of Advil in him. And we're going to try to find a spot where he can lay on the beach. Be comfortable. And try to find a bear dumb enough to come up and let him shoot at him a couple times.
Better be close.
Turn a little bit sideways. What do you mean, bug spray? I got some. Do you need it?
So we are glassing for bears, watching this flat, and we're hiding from the rain under this big old tree here, back here. It's actually a pretty good spot. We can see a long ways back that way and around in the other side of the little bay. So we did see tracks of a medium-sized bear, medium small, that did come through here, but that's all we saw so far. But we haven't actually seen any bears. And yeah, just keep glassing. It's been a little time. If the rain stops, we'll go further on that point and we can see further back into this flat. But right now we're just kind of hunkered down here, watching. Brian's back is holding up okay. He's not super limber. If you shoot something, I'm gonna have to back it out. But we'll deal with that when we get there.
Yeah.
We saw two, but they were only like 9-footers. World-class black bear right past us.
Yeah.
I wanted a smaller one.
We've seen probably more than 14-incher.
14-inch
Martin. We got right up to it. Got video footage. If you want a little Martin video. Little Steve Martin. Nothing, huh?
No, we didn't see anything.
Nothing. Should we walk up there and walk around that and see if there's any sign worth coming back for?
We can.
I think timing is we're a little bit early.
Early on.
I think 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock on is better than midday, even if the tide's down. That tide's not going to affect any of this in here anyway.
We can hang out. I mean,
If
we
you
don't have
stay
any
here, we've
place to
seen wolf
go.
tracks along the beach over there. There's critters moving through. There's just timing.
Are you still filming me? Whining and crying about my back?
That was fast.
That was quick. It's a good deal. First real day of hunting. They're everywhere like rabbits. Actually, this is the first bear we saw. First bear we saw.
It is. Great shot, man. Great shot. Tip him up, show the scars, man. His head's got
He's got all big old pumpkin on him.
all tore up.
Lots
and
of
stuff.
scars. Poor guy.
Yeah, dude, look at that. Just a battler.
Yeah, and he's all tore up back here
Yeah,
too.
he's got scars on it.
It's ripped all hide and stuff.
Yeah, that's. Jeez, he had to battle his way out of there, and there's your shot.
Mm-hmm. Got some fat on him too.
Beauty bear, man.
Got a big pumpkin.
Nice
I
job.
think this is a bigger pumpkin than my last bear.
Yeah, that's a bigger bear.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Nice work.
Thank you. I didn't do much except run down.
So we saw the bear, and the bear took off. And we stopped him. He left, but we stopped him with a predator call. And he stopped to look back, and Brian was ready and dumped him like a sack of taters.
Yep.
Now the bugs are coming.
Oh yeah.
All right, I guess we better get it done. All right, so day 2. Brian got his bear yesterday. We got that taken care of. Yeah, good work, Brian.
It's all my doing.
Easy
No
money.
one helped one iota.
Actually, that was day one.
His-
That first day was just getting
Yeah,
on
that's
the boat.
essentially day 1. So,
Yeah. I agree.
and then yeah, we struggled it we got it to the truck and into the truck and got back to the cabin. Brian's back was sore, so everyone else, we had 4 knives on it, skinned it up, and got that all done and filled out. Finished cutting up the quarters this morning, and
I made dinner.
Brian did
That's
make
the only thing I did
Brian
yesterday.
did
Useful.
make dinner. He did.
Well,
he
kill
milked
the bear.
Well,
yeah.
that and kill a bear, but yeah.
I don't know how useful that was. But we're out here.
Don't let anybody say you're useless.
Next day, we're back
That's the
at
only
it.
useful
We
thing
got
I did.
a handful of tags. I got my bow. Let's see. There it is. And
We got boomstick.
and we got
boomstick.
several boomsticks.
Yep, lots of
and
boomsticks.
well, cruising around, we saw one bear right where we said, man, we never see any bears in that grass flat. Drove around, saw some poo, and wait a minute, backed up. Bear goes taking off out of there, about a 5-footer or so.
We were gonna get him with the dash cannon though.
Yeah, the dash cannon was gonna take it, but we weren't ready. So yeah, anyway, it took off. But I'm sure it'll be back if we end up wanting to go after that one. But we're covering ground, trying to see where they're at, see where the sign is and see where some bears are. And normally if they're on some good feed, they'll stay in that area. So. And it's warm, much warmer today.
It's like 93
Cleared
degrees.
up and it's,
Put the good feet in.
Yeah.
Kenji will sit in the back.
so anyway, we'll see how it goes. So right now we are parked in the truck very stealthily. We're watching a grass flat at the end of the bay here. We're being lazy, kind of, but it's actually been the spot that
That's the
2 bears have been taken that we know of. But
Brian shot the deer in the bottom of the truck.
we pulled up, made some sandwiches, and now we're in the truck hiding from all the bugs because the wind stopped. But just watching the flat till dark. Hopefully a bear will show up and we'll start screaming and dump out of the truck and make stock. It's about 500 yards over to the flat there, so we're a safe distance.
That's the picture I sent Kenji.
We'll see how it goes.
I sent that
We're
to
losing focus quickly.
There's a wolf picture. Look at that wolf print.
It's day 3. So, yeah, yesterday we didn't see anything.
We saw one bear.
Yeah, we saw a 5-footer right by the road. We didn't see anything in the flats or anything when we were spending some time. So it's really warm. It's just gotten, since the day Brian got his bears, it's 5 degrees warmer. Now it's supposed to be 75 today. Bugs are nuts. And stuff, we're going to work this road, try and stay in the valley, stay low and some cool air and cover, but still enough feed, hopefully. We're going to work this valley. And then we got a couple other spots to hit later today. And so we'll see how the game plan goes. Hopefully the next thing you'll see is us stalking on a bear.
Is it filming? Is it on? Is he small?
So in this moment, we kind of lose sight of the bear, and I'm thinking, man, if he went behind that tree, he's gonna be another 5-6 yards further than what I ranged him at last. And if he's gonna head down into this drainage, he's gonna be going away from me, and I'm gonna have less time to make a shot, and the distance is gonna be greater as he steps. So I'm starting to get a little concerned. Do I close the distance, make a bunch of noise doing so, risk getting exposed or getting heard and scaring him off? Right around that time, I see a limb on the tree moving, and that limb is on the near side. So that bear is going in front of the tree, bumping, pushing on that limb, and that limb is moving. So I kind of settle in, I calm down and wait for him to come out.
What do you got to say? That was a good shot.
Great. As far as I can see,
Yeah, you nailed him.
there's such a black ball. It's 30 yards.
I can see his blade though and everything.
30 yards right on the money. All right, we'll give him a little bit of time. We'll sit for.
I hope this is on. Gosh, that thing is like a little toy. When you go clink, that thing makes no noise. All you hear is the ting of the arrow. That was cool. How far was it?
30 on the money.
30?
I saw you like draw back, and you're like, no, you didn't draw
Well,
back.
he wasn't quite out. He was feeding.
I was just getting ready.
He had a small window.
I've never heard a death moan like that. That's what they do.
That's what it is. That's the death moan, yeah. Well, you don't hear him when you go, whoa.
No, they go.
Actually, sometimes you do.
Yeah, how far did he get down there?
Oh, he's probably just beyond that dead stick right there.
Far. Yeah, it's not far. That was
All right.
That was looks like a beautiful bear.
yeah, he looks clean.
Yeah.
From what we can see.
I saw the best.
Did you see the back at
I didn't
first?
see anything over here. Does he got a good head? Okay. His ears are good.
When I first saw him, I thought he was skinny
Yeah.
and narrow.
His head looked
And then
big.
he turned, and his head was.
His ears are about that far.
I don't know if he's about like yours is. I think
Oh,
he's
mine's
thick.
bigger. I mean, mine
Well,
is.
it might have
You guys
been.
didn't hear it because you were way back. It was
Well,
like,
yours was no, yours was so little that the death moan was.
We can park this.
Guys, where we left you was right over in this neck of the woods with Kenj slinging an arrow.
Yeah, there's our boot tracks right there. So I shot from right here, right between those trees. 30-yard shot. Let's see if we can find the arrow.
Oh, I see a little green light down there. And right through there then. Yeah, he's got it right there. Yeah. A handful of blood, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, it's blood all the way through.
Man, it passed right through
Yeah, just walk.
like butter.
There's blood right there. We're gonna go down and skirt it because he went down this
Yeah,
way.
he went kind of broadside, didn't he, of the hill?
This way.
Well, through this tall grass, I have a good feeling you'll be able to track him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, he's going to bend over this stuff and feed blood is the game plan. Nice. Yeah. I don't see any blood through there.
Go ahead and point the camera at it. Let the camera see.
There's blood right there.
Where?
See it on the leaves?
Oh, yeah, yeah. There it goes through.
He's siding over you.
Yeah, kind of
Goes through. Okay.
Yeah, it's bumping on those.
But he's down there.
I think so. We can cut back up. Or if you want to. Do you want to just follow his?
I thought he went back.
Because he busted through that.
He went down.
I think so.
Well. You see something? Huh, there's something black right there already. Look at that guy.
You know, walking up on a black bear is so much different than walking up on a deer or an elk. And so there's always an anxiety walking up on a predator, especially one that's, you know, of this size. It's part of why I like bear hunting. It makes it unique and it makes it exhilarating.
There he is. I think you're going to be His ears are nice and wide, Kenj.
Yeah, we can tell this thing's big.
Yeah.
It's your full body mount.
I can't afford that.
You don't have to do it right away.
That's a good size bear. With his ears that way.
It's a good size bear.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's a good sized bear. I can tell with his ears being that wide on his pumpkin. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a big old pumpkin on him. Oh boy.
There's my exit.
There's your exit.
There's my exit right there.
He's good there.
You want to try to guide that while I try to maybe try to help these guys? Oh my God. Oh, he's got a big pumpkin. Hi, buddy. Dude, that's rad. Yeah, it's got a big head.
So let's try and
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
that
nice.
stick right there.
dude. Yeah, that's nice.
Dude, that is rad. That's got a nice pelt on him too. Get down there, Kenj. Squat down a little bit.
Gosh, that looks good. Look at that fur. That's beautiful, dude.
Yeah, he's really
Dude, that's
pretty.
perfect fur. And his head is nice, big size head.
Look at the camera.
Look at that bad boy.
Yeah, get some pictures.
You ready? Pull him up. Higher, higher, higher. There you go.
Clean them up, and then they last for months and months and months. I mean, years.
Yeah.
So, and if you did decide, I think we did.
I can just, I'll have it, yeah, have it cleaned up and tanned.
I think we did a good enough job. You could. Unfortunately, not done yet.
So, it's been hot
I've never seen so much fat.
since Brian got his
I haven't
bear.
seen very many bears. but this thing got a lot
Brian got his
fatter.
bear when it was like 58 degrees or something like that, and today it was almost 78 degrees at the cabin. And we went out this morning and we called it. It was like too hot, too many bugs, which is like, it's ridiculous, you know. Went back to the cabin and kind of hung out for a little bit, waited for the evening hunt. We came out here and there's some neat grass flats. It's good soft grass, and we saw some sign in here from the last time we were in here. And so we were actually going to pass it. We weren't sure. So we hit this spot, hit that spot, or whatever. And we general consensus and debating. We were like, we came back to this spot, and we were just gonna loop through, kind of look over, and look for sign and stuff. And it wasn't, 10 minutes into it, Brent sees a bear and he looks over. He's like, help me. Him and Felix kind of duck down and they wave me over. They're like, this would be a good one for the bow. And so Brent and I creeped up there, and I don't know, I haven't seen the footage yet. I don't know how much you can see on camera, but you could just see his back. He's feeding in a gully, and he's, I first saw him, I just saw the top of his back and his nose, and I thought it was a smaller bear. And I turned around and I was like, oh, it's small, and but kept watching, and then he turned and it kind of filled out the view, and then I saw his head and I saw both ears, and they were a good distance apart, and I was like, well, that's a good bear. And I looked at Brent and he said the same thing when I did it. And so I was checking, ranging, and he kind of disappeared, went under this fir tree, and then I just watched, and limb was moving or grass was moving. It's because they're a black blob in low light.
Should we
You
spin
can't
him this
hardly
way?
tell
Or
what's
spin him
what
downhill?
or anywhere.
Easier downhill?
And eventually worked out, and then stepped out, and I ranged him. He stepped out perfect, and I just waited and drew, and it was 30 yards downhill, just slightly downhill, maybe just below my feet. Stepped out, and I hit him right where I wanted to, and he bolted forward, and shot looked good. And he bolted through the woods. We could hear the trees crashing the trees, and we're kind of following where he's going. And then you could hear him moan and kind of just kind of crash down there. And he was down in a hole, and we got him to a better spot. You can hear the guys over there wrestling it. They're skinning off the last little bit, and I'm gonna get over there, help him get the head off. But awesome night, man. Got the bear. The grizzly stick punched through, and I just went straight through him, stuck in the ground about 10 yards past it. Just as it's supposed to, So it's a good bear. We got some work to get it out, and bugs are getting us and stuff, but good times, real good times with friends, and everybody was here, which is really cool. So I better get back to helping them. We're just about done. We're going to start packing. Well, we got it done. This is the last pack. Getting last gear out. A long ways from the truck, but far enough. And can't thank my friends enough. It's always good to have good hunting buddies. Makes it a lot easier when you can share the experience with them. It's a lot of fun. Now we got a lot more work cutting it up and putting it away, but that's hard to beat, man. That's good stuff.
We're going to go over there, but I think we should cut across and skirt that tree line so we can look down into the cuts and into these ditches, so we don't like wander straight across and all of a sudden, whoa, there's a bear right there in front of us, because that can happen in these little drainage ditches really easy. So hopefully we get them close. This is a great shot area for a short gun. Just work our way along and sneak over and whack it. You ready? Let's go get her done.
He's still there. I can't see him. Yeah, he's up towards the tree line.
Oh, did he hop that stuff?
So right here we found exactly what we're looking for. There'll be tons of grass, but then there'll be certain areas where a bear stays and eats, and the grass needs to be tall enough that it's worth their while. They can sit there and eat a lot all at once, big mouthfuls. If the grass is too short, they won't stay there. But here, a bear liked the area. The grass was good. It was tall and thick. There's several beds there, so the bear would just eat and then bed down and eat some more and bed down. The bear was also big enough to confidently stay on the food source. So that's another thing you're looking for when you're looking for dominant, mature bears, is that they stayed there, because they won't leave a good food source, and they're not afraid to protect it.
Here we go. That's good. Okay. Yep. So we just saw a bear. Yeah, and I might be able to get it on. Move around this flat because it's flooded, so see if we can't make a move on him. Can't tell from here if he's a shooter, but definitely a bear, so we'll make our move. Hopefully we get some closer shots of him.
So here we worked our way a long ways down the bay towards the bear that we spotted, and it kind of wandered off in the trees, and the wind was swirling. We figured, okay, we just marched our way down here and probably got winded, and because it's kind of a bowl in there, and feeling like we made the effort for nothing, or may have pushed the bear out.
He's in the tree. Which tree? Right in the tree, that dark spot. Oh, that's a bear. That's what I see.
One thing about bears is you can beat their eyes. They can't, black bears anyway. Brown bears are, I've found to be different, but black bears, you can beat their eyes. They can't see real well. They never really get a lock on you when they're looking, and as long as you're not moving, I've been able to get very close. They'll look right up at me, kind of scan the area and keep going, and so I've always assumed they can't see very well. And if they're out eating grass, they're chomping on big mouthfuls of grass, that'll muffle your sound as you're making a stalk on them. But one thing you're not going to beat is their nose. Their nose is impressive. And in this situation, Brent and Felix were working up closer, and evening thermals, and the wind just kind of swirled in the bowl of the bay there that we were at, and eventually they just got winded. And the bear never bolted. It was a big enough bear that it didn't freak out and didn't bail. It actually kind of started snapping and moaning and groaning at him. But it still backed off and left, and they never got an opportunity, which is too bad because this was the last night that we were able to hunt with them before we left.
Too big to be a...
Did you actually see it?
No, was he a shooter?
I don't know.
I think he's a decent bear. I think he's
Was
right
he
on.
rubbed?
Couldn't see that. I think he's right on the border.
Okay, I'm getting eaten with bugs.
But
Yeah, he was definitely...
you could probably felt when the wind turned
Oh,
because he
turned
perked
hard.
up. He perked up and he's sitting there, and then he just started moving off. But he was still making noise up there.
I could hear him going... Brr, brr. Well, I didn't have any calls, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
I don't think.
Prince of Wales Island has been very good to me over the years. And every time I look out the float plane as I'm leaving, I'm still in awe. It's an amazing place. It really is. It has so much to offer. This trip will be one I remember for a long time. Being able to get my good friends together to hunt for a week. And we hit the timing perfect. We hit the green up just ahead of the fawns dropping. Perfect. We couldn't have asked for better timing. The weather was a little warm, and so we had to work around that. But it was a great hunt, and it's one I'll remember and appreciate for a long time.